Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing from the outset is Penix. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. A play fake. Now Penix. Buying time to his left. Puts it on the carpet. It's out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. A give left side to Robinson. This time, good ball security and a good result. 1st and 10.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And now they'll shift things around. They'll go play action here with Penix. And that is incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Penix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brooks. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And looking to throw, Penix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Daniels. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Daniels. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be... down just outside of the 40-yard line. Robinson on a give right side. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. To the air, Penix. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Big yardage that time for Washington. 46 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Daniels. He'll get this complete to Senate, the tight end. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That's caught left side by Senate. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A yard, all they need, but it's third down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Back to Robinson now on first down. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. To the air goes Daniels. They still can. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Looking to throw, Penix. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. It's a big play. and even 40 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Being chased, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line. And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 5. 2nd and 5. Robinson up the middle. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Off the play fake, Daniels. They'll roll him out right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Daniels. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Daniels looking to throw. And that's incomplete.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up 1 first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line, but not much happening after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Here's Penix. That's down the field and caught by Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 45 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's 2nd and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure to give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels. He's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They go play action. Daniels rolling to his right. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best.
Oh, the turnover fuss continues. Here's another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
The plan was clearly to challenge that by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He didn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Third down and 6. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. That's caught by Sennett. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Robinson is in. Touchdown, Washington. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. (17-17) the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They'll throw with Penix. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. It's a gain of 34.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Touchdown, Falcons! A great play there. 32 yards. And the Falcons have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route. Often against the safety, you like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play. And
they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Dancing to his left. And this one is incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Washington going to send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was, oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a night. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Falcons are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead. York now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. They throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking to throw. Daniels buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
What a sequence there defensively. You get the sack to move him to third and long. Then here, just nothing available. And he's got to throw it away.
Daniels from the gun on third down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Throwing now is Daniels. He finds his man, complete. It's Lane. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Daniels. Steps away to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Daniels. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Lane. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Daniels going to try the sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Jaden Daniels, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Gay is on for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who's going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll go play action here with Penix. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Commanders are right back in this football game.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this is a unit that needs to get in gear if they want to play for a conference championship next weekend. Down 7 here in the 4th and a very critical drive upcoming. Troy Anderson able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Daniels checks this one down to Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Noah Brown, 41 yards. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, fourth quarter, as the kick is away here. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. This is 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Robinson with another carry. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Here's 1st down. To the air, Penix. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. Well, the entire game coming down to this kick from Cade York. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This would put them in the NFC title game. And he got it. The kick is good. He splits the uprights. And in doing so, he sends them to the NFC title game. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship. And now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the